All right, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Well, for some of us, it's morning, and some of us, it's in the afternoon, and some of us, it's even in the evening. But welcome to our May style chat. And I can't believe it that we're in spring and summer is just around the corner. And so we have our style chat today is about summer trends for 2025 and how some of these trends can also carry you into the cooler fall months later on. I know it's kind of early to be talking about this, and some of us have been still experiencing some rain and cold weather, but that summer just comes on like and right away and it just hits you, and then some of us find that we're not ready for it, but we want you to be ready. And we have our style director and our expert stylist here to kind of help you. We have Nicole Ing, our style director, and we have Christina Cole, one of our expert stylists, and we have Sandy Cohen Alpert, one of our other expert stylists with us today. So I'm excited to see what you've prepared for us today, and I'm going to let Nicole take over.
Hi, everyone. It's so exciting to do our May style chat. And like Aspasia said, we're not really thinking about the heat right now, but like around the corner, you're like, what do I wear? I'm so tired of wearing this sweater that you've been wearing every day or your lounge pants. And it's kind of like fun to show some skin and have warm weather. And I think also more sun makes people happier.
Mhm.
So we have Christina and Sandy. I'm so excited you guys are joining us today to talk about style
Thank
trends.
you. Yes, glad to
And
be here.
they provided us with a couple trends this summer, and Aspasia has um, the little slide deck that they prepared today.
Right, I am getting it right now. I will have it to you in 1 second. All
And
right.
Sandy, I know you're starting. What have you been seeing before we go on to when Aspasia, shows us what
All right.
you've created? What else
Little-
have you been seeing for
Yeah,
summer?
I'm seeing a lot of sheer. I'm seeing a lot of chiffon and a lot of layering pieces. We saw that with like Tory Burch. We saw that with a few different runways. Louis Vuitton for the menswear. They're doing a lot of barrel jeans. I apologize. I have allergies right now, so I sound a little bit rough.
No
But just a
worries.
lot of layering moments. We're still doing bold jewelry, bold bags. Um, we're still doing color. I don't think we're going back to black, which a lot of, if
Hmm.
you're from New York, we did a lot of it. I think we're sticking with colors for right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what are you seeing? I mean, you live in New York, so what are you seeing on the streets of New York?
Right. Unfortunately, right now, it's a little bit rainy, so I don't think people are showing off their beautiful summer looks yet. As for me, I'm not going back to the skinny jean. I'm doing my either flare jeans, a loose jean. Hopefully, we can go into some shorts very soon.
Yeah. I love shorts for the summer.
Yeah,
Mhm. All right. Well, I'm ready to share the screen now. So here we go. All right.
perfect.
So Sandy's going to go over her two slides of her summer trends. So excited to hear what you've
Yeah.
got for us.
Yeah, like I said, we're doing a lot of kind of these sheer fabrics. I also just wanted to put this in. This is not necessarily a summer trend for 2025. This goes all the year rounds, all the decades. Doing almost like a cap cut sleeve. I think the worst way to ruin a beautiful outfit is having pit stains. I hate to bring it up, but it does ruin a beautiful outfit. So looking
Hmm.
for silhouettes that would cover your shoulders but kind of expose the underarm area is the perfect way to avoid that from happening. Again, like I mentioned, a kind of bolder bag, some bold jewelry. So that's what I included for these two looks. And everything that I included was around the 150 and below range.
Wow.
I'm
That's
trying
impressive.
pretty affordable. Yeah.
And I've noticed that bag trend that there are a lot of fun bags right now whether it's like that basket bag that looks like a fish.
Right.
I've been seeing like bags made out of mesh, but it's a bouquet of flowers, but it's
Totally.
also a bag, so that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Ralph Lauren does a really good job at doing this. And they also did a runway that was all these kind of light colors. And like I mentioned, the layering of pieces and the bold accessories.
Hmm.
I believe that this one actually is Ralph Lauren, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I love
and
that you included lower prices just because it still looks great, but you don't have to like spend all your money on one dress, right?
Absolutely. I would hope not.
And even if you don't have that exact pair of heels, a lot of us will probably already have a light pair of heels like that, or gold heels just like that. So they don't have to look exactly like that, but you're just sort of giving us just sort of an idea of how to make it all work together. And I'm just pointing out that people don't have to go out and buy the exact same thing. And if you have a fun bag, I think, right, you can actually,
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Well,
Um, yeah, I was gonna say one more thing. I have actually seen a similar fish, not a fish bag, but one that looked like a shell that was made out of wicker as
yeah.
well. And it had pearl for the handles. It was made out of pearls. So I thought that's cool too. And then I wanted to ask you all, butter yellow was like a big color for spring. So is that
Yes.
still persisting into summer?
I would say so, honestly.
Yeah.
I still love it. I still have it in my wardrobe, but I don't think that it is going away anytime soon. It's a timeless color.
Yeah, I feel like it's almost going to be a neutral color. Like you can pair butter yellow with different colors to accent and like make things pop, and that kind of grounds your outfit too. So I think that's really fun. And speaking of the bag, if you don't want to, you can wear your old summer dress, but like buy a fun bag for the summer and just use that all summer. So that's another way of changing a summer look without having to buy a full outfit.
Yeah, and I
Awesome.
also think about with like the yellow. Yellow is one of those colors that with every skin tone, you can find a shade of yellow that works for you. And I really think this butter yellow lends itself to various shades of skin tone and everything. So I think people are kind of afraid of it because they don't know how to dress it and everything like that. But that's, what we're here for, to show you how to make certain colors and things you think won't work for you.
That is such a great point. I agree.
Way.
Yes, you took the words right out of my mouth, Nicole. I was going to say that's such a great point. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up. Do you want me to go on to the next slide?
Yeah, we could
Yeah.
go to the next.
Let's see here. All right. Whoops.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so this one I think follows again with the layering, the different textures. Full disclosure, we were originally going to do a summer date night. So that's what I had in mind for this. I think that a nice pant kind of it covers anything that you want. It's a flowy pant, so it looks really nice and it's breathable. And then I'm not sure if this is considered cheesy, but I am really into, again, the bold jewelry. I have it on myself right now. And I know that the starfish is really playing into it, the summer theme. But I think the bolder the accessory, the better. And
I
it,
think that's totally a summer trend right now.
right,
Like layering lots of arm candy and
totally,
necklaces and, you know, the
right.
more the merrier.
Yeah,
I think
great
you do
talking
agree.
pieces too.
Right,
Yeah.
absolutely. And yeah, we saw with Dolce and Gabbana, they also are doing it, the layering of pieces and the accessories are always kind of matching the bag or the belt. So I noticed that is a big trend for the summer as well.
Yeah, I think that's very like summery, but also the pants kind of make it look like relaxed and
Right.
with the halter top.
Totally. Yeah, and that's it's not translating the best over there, but it's like a light pink, so it's a bit of a pop of a color, and then the rest is keeping it neutral and light. Obviously with the dark tones that attracts heat in the summer, you kind of want to keep it a little bit lighter. Again, not to bring up the sweating aspect, but it's a real thing.
It is, especially in New York.
Right. Right, concrete jungle.
Yes, I love it. Thank you for sharing.
You know what else I love is that y- you take this outfit and if you change the accessories around so you don't have such a beachy look and maybe add a blazer to it, you can totally carry it into fall. And so I love how the accessories totally make it summarize it, like
Yeah,
it turns it into a summer outfit. But
yeah,
how you just totally proved here how just by changing certain aspects of the accessories can take you from one season to another. And I really love how this look can be so versatile if you just change a few things around. So if you've got like um, a pair of white slacks and a strapless white top. You just, buy a few nice accessories that will turn it into a very cool summer outfit like this and elevate it like this. And then you can go back and wear it for other things too. So I love like it's not just specific for summer, for instance.
That's
yeah.
really
Like in the like, I think in the fall you could wear some um, baggy jeans with it and the heels and like a cropped leather or a cropped or bomber jacket for a fall date night look would be cool. So there's lots of ways you
right.
can
Mhm.
wear the pieces.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I feel like those are strong foundational pieces, like the top and the pants, because you can really find a way to dress it up year round. Like even when you get to the winter months, a nice long pea coat with like a plaid print on it, or and something like that. So I feel like this is when we talk about foundational pieces, when we talk to our clients, like this would be a great example of how you build around a foundation. When we're working on your closets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Yes. I love that point, and I love that you bring up foundational pieces because that's what you'd have done for all of our clients. That's what you've done for me. I can go into my closet and find a pair. So that's why I'm bringing it up because I can easily pick up my pair of slacks that I have and my strapless top and just go out and accessorize and just elevate my look and feel like I'm in summer and don't have to feel like I have to buy a whole new wardrobe. And that's
Right.
what you all help us do. So great point, Christina. Thank you for bringing that up.
Great. Thanks for sharing, Sandy. We're going to move on to Christina's looks.
So
Oh, sorry. Okay.
no, you're good. So, in talking how we were talking earlier in the beginning, and we were talking about the weather transitioning and everything like that, like it's not quite summer yet, and the weather is kind of fluctuating quite a bit. So it's warm in places, but it's still cold. And even talking about fall pretty early, one of the trends that I and resonates with me is sports look. So it's a more casual look. It's sporty for people who are on the go and busy and everything. But this is a more sophisticated version of how to wear athleisure. So the pieces are more tailored, they're more clean and everything. And again, you have foundational pieces like a nice sweat jacket, and you see that has like a print down the sleeve, but it's very tailored and fitted with a nice pleated skirt and a clean tank top with a nice neckline. And you add you add the interest with the wedges and the tote bag, which I know you guys were mentioning interesting bags earlier, and this Marc Jacobs tote bag is not dying. I did see it in the mesh. I saw it in a lot of more interesting prints and fabrications now. So they're really expanding that, and this is a very great bag for that kind of busy life when you just are going, going, going all the time. So that's why I really like it. Tory Burch is really popular for this trend, and then like a Tommy Hilfiger. Those are the type of brands that kind of lend itself to this that are on the affordable side, I think. And then you have more elevated, and you can even, mix and match this with some least expensive, even more least expensive within your budget, and then add some more pricier pieces to it. It's how you dress it up. So I really, really like this trend, and I think it's anybody can execute this.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I love that you elevated it because I think that a lot of times people love wearing athleisure and they think it's just not, it's more sloppy or casual. And this really, like, you can go to a nice dinner in this outfit
Hmm.
and, you can go to work. But then in the winter, you could pair it with boots, and a
Hmm.
heavier jacket. So it translates.
Yeah, and one of the other ones, when the original when I was working on the slide, it had a lady and she had a tailored jogger. So like you can do tailored sweatpants and with a tapered, around the leg and kind of scrunch it up a little bit and still add a really nice shoe to it with the bag and everything. So yeah, it's a way to still have that sporty look, but again, bring sophistication to it. Because another trend I also saw was called messy preppy, and it's taking like those polos and those foundational pieces, the button up shirts and stuff like that, but tucking it into a pleated skirt and leaving one side out, which we've all seen that and stuff. So it's taking things that we're familiar with, but again, adding a fashion flair to it, but still making it chic and sophisticated. So yeah, you can totally be cute and casual, but feel good.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
trend called it tunnel fits where it's the major league players when they're walking through the tunnel and they're wearing their great outfits and they actually went to a fundraiser for it and everyone was wearing pretty much what you depicted. So you hit the ball right out of the field on that one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. Those are like trending hard now. Yeah, the athletes, people want to see what they're wearing nowadays. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's like a whole thing. And people are what are they doing like the memes and like reenacting it. It's pretty funny.
Right. Right.
Thanks for sharing. And then we'll move to the next look. Last but not least.
Yes, so fringe is never going away, but now it's really focused on how do we elevate fringe. So in your accessories, so like a bracelet with lots of fringe layers, you can do, I saw fringe necklaces and everything, and this is a fully fringe dress from the neckline all the way down. So different ways is that when I was looking into it, just placement of where the fringe goes. So like you'll see a lot of it on the hem lines and around the cuffs and things like that. So really, and then you'll see, from the neckline to the floor and everything. So really long, exaggerated fringe, and you'll see them in the monochromatics. You see them in bold colors like the blues and the reds and everything. So it adds movement, it's fun, and this is one of those things that is very versatile. This is clearly she's going on a date night maybe or a nice party or something, but you can just find different ways to do fringe. So I really, really like this. And again, a nice strappy heel. And also, I try to incorporate, other things that kind of play with the trends, like the dangly earrings, the long necklace and everything. So I was just like, just go all out. So with
Yeah,
the
I love
with the
it.
length.
What I love about this is that I do love a fringe trend, but sometimes fringe becomes too costumey,
Hmm.
and then you're a little bit like it doesn't look like you. It looks like you're trying to be someone else. Whereas I feel like this dress is so playful and but it doesn't look costumey. It looks like anyone can wear it and you can wear like flats with it. You can dress it up or dress it down, but it just is so elegant. And I love the way the color and the way it falls. It's very
Hmm.
fringy, but it's fun and it's like, it's dynamic in a subtle way. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but to me, it just is, I love it.
Yeah, I agree. Fringe can become costumey really, really quick, and so again, I think it's about, yeah, just editing and, know when to pull back. What does RuPaul say? Uh, put on like 10 things and take two things off or something, something like that. But yeah, so I think it's just about editing and ultimately what makes you feel good. But yeah, I think it's just figuring out what works and goes, because I feel like in every piece of this is some kind of fringe element, but yeah, it doesn't feel cartoonish or, yeah, like
Yeah, so if you're
you're
wanting to
trying too
try
hard.
fringe, like if you're wanting to try fringe, but you're not ready to wear a fringe dress, it's like that
Hmm.
bracelet is perfect. You could wear it with a t-shirt, and like a long skirt and like wear the bracelet and just you don't have to do you don't have to like follow all the trends, but you can
Right.
try, what kind of resonates with you. And you can start small with an accessory or a bag instead of wearing the full outfit if you're not ready to go there. So these are fun
Right.
ways to show what's happening this summer and get excited about it. And you don't have to do the full look if you're not ready, you know?
Yep.
And a lot of people, when they hear fringe, they think it's a Western look, or it's on a cowboy
Yes.
jacket, or but the fringe that I think that you're pointing out, and is going to be popular and has been starting to become popular, is the fringe that you have like on this dress, where it's fringe, but it doesn't have that Western
Hmm.
Yes.
style to it. And yeah, so I'd always been a little bit resistant to wear fringe, or like looking at this dress, like I would feel like it wouldn't fall right on me personally. But I know that you all have shown me like different things, especially like I may not wear a whole dress that has fringe, but a long
Mhm.
skirt that has fringe. But like you said, Nicole, I love that point that you made. Like if you're not ready to go all out, wearing a little bracelet like that is like, it just elevates the look and keeps you
And
on
it's fun
trend.
and dangly.
Right.
Yeah.
And it just sort of keeps your look more updated. And
Yes.
so and fashionable, and it feels fun too. But
Hmm.
yeah, but I really love this look. I really love all the looks, and I want to recap with all of you. Thank you for creating these amazing looks, but I just want to recap the trends that we pointed out during this session. So for instance, in this look that you created, Sandy, so the big trends that we're seeing are kind of sheer,
Hmm.
lighter colors, fun bags, um, and also like looking for cap sleeves that air you out. So and don't show, don't allow you to sweat and kind of ruin the look, correct?
Correct. And if you don't have a cap sleeve, you could even do like a billowy sleeve where the
Uh,
the bottom of it is
yeah,
not directly under the armpit area. So there's a few ways
right,
to do it.
right, right, right. And then looking at this look, the big takeaway from the summer trends are using kind of summer accessories to accessorize. And tell me if I'm missing anything else. What
Uh,
else?
yeah, just another main theme is matching the accessories with the shoes or the belt, and that's kind of the way to kind of pull it all together is really the big theme.
Okay, great. And I love these looks. And then uh, w with Christina, these elevated sports looks. And that's a big trend. And I also saw it with Guess, actually.
Mhm.
Um,
Hmm.
you mentioned a few designers, but I also noticed that Guess had a big sports section too. But it's more of an elevated sports look, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's really about being, yeah, chic and clean and more fitted opposed to baggy, and then building your accessories and stuff around it to add to that sophistication.
Right. And I'm sure there are even workout outfits that look like that, those dress outfits, and you
Oh,
could just
yep,
throw on a jacket like that and some heels and be ready to go, which I love.
absolutely.
So yeah. And then this next look, obviously we talked about it. Is fringe is a big thing. And fringe, you don't have to have it all over, but like one little thing, like the purse too is a fringe. But I see you have it all together in this look, but it works.
Right.
So that's a big thing. So thank you for sharing these amazing trends. I did have a question. I also saw that there was a lot of, I don't go out to shop very much, but I happened to go out this past weekend and I noticed there was a lot of gingham. I'm not sure what you guys all think about that, but is that going to be something that we're going to be seeing a lot of
I think that gingham is every summer. It's like a
every
classic.
summer?
Yeah. I think
Okay,
it's also also like how you put the gingham together
right.
too.
Yeah.
And that's where I need you guys to help me and for you all to help our clients with that because we don't want to be out there,
Yeah.
trending the wrong things. So, but yeah, so these are, this is so helpful moving forward in this, towards the summer season. And I'm sure a lot of us have a lot of these things already in our closet. It's just how to um, utilize them to elevate them for our summer looks. And so you've given us some great examples here. And if you are watching and you need help getting your wardrobe ready for summer, as you see, we have our expert stylists here who can definitely pull your outfits together. I know they help me all the time. So thank you so much. And looking forward to the summer and for the weather to get better and looking forward to wearing these outfits. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you all next month. Okay, thank you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.